So we're using country crock vegetable spread. I like to use butter in the rice, but you know, it's expensive. So mix a little bit of that in there. I like to add a little bit of pepper. There's that. Mix that a little bit. Alright, so here's the meatballs. Very nice, very nice. The meatballs are actually 60-40 mix of ground turkey, ground pork, plus whatever. You can always make your own, and I might show you later how to make meatballs. Alright, so now it's time to make the sauce. And I don't have a helper today, so we're going to have to make the sauce real quick, but I'll talk you through it. I don't think you'll be able to see it though. Okay, well, it is what it is. Alright, so I start off by making the sauce, and what I'm going to make is going to be delicious. So we're going to use some of this vegetable spread. Maybe just a wee bit more. So about 2 tablespoons. We're going to wait for that to melt. We're going to add flour to it. So, just a wee bit of the flour. There's our flour. Ta-da! You might not use all the flour, you might. It just depends how it looks. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to melt this butter / margarine down, and you mix the flour into it until it's all mixed really well. Then you would add, I'm going to use whole milk, and when that thickens up, I'm going to use beef broth. And then I'm just going to incorporate the rest of my ingredients. That's going to be it. Good as it gets, I guess. So, I'm going to use this container to hold this up, just because I'm going to need the milk. So that's what we got going on right now. As you can see, the margarine is melting, or if you can see it, I don't know if you can. Doop doop doop. I got this about on medium. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to burn your butter, and you definitely don't want to burn your sauce, because once you burn it on the bottom, your whole sauce is going to taste burnt. So you want to do this on medium or lower. You can always pre-melt the butter, I guess, in the microwave or whatever. Alright, so there's the flour. We're going to mix it all with a whisk. Preferably something that doesn't scratch the pan would be good. Die, butter, die. Margarine, I mean. Alright, so I'm going to incorporate this flour into here. And the thing is, like I said, you want to incorporate all of it so it's all mixed in real well, or else your sauce is going to be not very good. So once it's all incorporated, we're going to add some milk. There we go. And we're going to let that heat up. Once it heats up, I'm going to whisk it until it's all incorporated together. What you want is like a slush. But you always constantly want to be whisking it when it gets hot, or else you're going to get burnt flavor everywhere. So it's starting to heat up, the flour is starting to melt, incorporating itself into the milk. Very nice, very nice. It's like a little glue slush looking thing. Almost looks like mashed potatoes to me. That's our beef broth. I'm going to put some of that in there. And that's looking like it might do it. The beef broth serves two purposes. It's flavor and it helps loosen up this mixture. Almost kind of like you making a country sausage gravy, only we're not using sausage. And some people make the meatballs in the pan and then use the runoff off the meatball to make the sauce, but I just baked mine. And we're going to need some more beef broth. I'm not measuring anything, I don't cook that way. I just go with whatever the dish needs, I guess. So we're making this really smooth sauce. We got the Worcestershire, or however you pronounce it. I'd say about 2 tablespoons or so. I'm sorry, 2 tablespoons. Shit. 2 teaspoons. You don't want to put 2 tablespoons of this in here. Alrighty. And we just wait for it to heat up. It's looking a little dark, but you know what they say. I like to put some pepper in there. Well, I prefer fresh parsley, but when you don't have fresh parsley, just use parsley flakes. And it's, of course, still wants to have doughy stuff in it. So, plus it's getting kind of dark from the beef broth. I think after this melts down a little, what I'm going to do is add a little more milk. And that's whole milk we're using. None of that skim milk, 2%. Don't know who made that milk. I've never seen a 2% cow. There we go. The color's getting a little lighter, which I like to see a light sauce when I'm making Swedish meatballs. Or else, I mean, it's just not a Swedish meatball sauce. Get me a little salt, a pinch of salt. Just a little sprinkle. Oh yeah, it's coming together now. And what I like to do is drop the camera, of course. Besides knocking the camera over, what I like to do is incorporate the meatballs into the sauce and cook them with the sauce. Just because what I'm doing now is just scooping the sauce over the meatballs, get them covered. Flip them over, cover it in the sauce. Because after all, it's not called sauce, it's called Swedish meatballs. So we'll see. I'm going to let that cook off for a little bit. And so you can see what it looks like in the pan. Very nice, very nice. I'm going to thicken the sauce a little more. The way you thicken the sauce is you just keep cooking it, and it's going to cook the moisture out of it. It's already getting thick in places. So basically that's what you're trying to do, is cook out the moisture out of it to thicken it up. And I mean, the consistency of the sauce is really up to you. If you like it thicker, if you like it thinner, just make sure it's hot. Otherwise, really don't have anything going on there except slush. Alright, I'm going to let that cook just for a few seconds longer. Dang, this video's long. Alright, basically you want the flour to be gone, because you don't want to bite into a chunk of flour. And that right there is pretty much a good consistency for my sauce. So I'm going to take it off the heat. Shazam. And we got our delicious rice. And we're going to put the delicious sauce and meatballs over the rice. See how it tastes. Bye-bye.